When I became a tour guide, I decided my tours would be about the things that I knew best. One of the neighborhoods I knew best was Belmont, also known as the real Little Italy in the Bronx. And if you say Arthur Avenue, that's also a key word. And what you have here is sort of a little walk back in time. You have 35 mom and pop shops, and some of the stores and shops and restaurants have been in the family. There's at least, I would say, 6 generations. It looks the same as it did forever, unlike a lot of places that have changed a lot. So, and the people here, as we walk around, you see the shopkeepers really take pride in what they do. So we're in and out of lots of the shops, and we have bread, and we have salami, and we have pizza. And while we're walking, I usually give a little history of the neighborhood. So this is another, they make pizza and hot sandwiches. It became an Italian neighborhood turn of the century. I've heard a priest would meet people at the boat when they disembarked and would encourage people to come up to the Bronx because they were building the botanical gardens and they were building the zoo. And they needed stone cutters, and the Italian immigrants had the skills that they needed. And the market that we're in the Arthur Avenue market. It was one of many markets that Mayor LaGuardia opened in 1940. His idea was to get people off the street, to get the push carts off the street because supposedly they weren't very sanitary. I think it really was a way to control the markets in a way. And so people actually literally they wheeled their push cart into the space, and at some point there were close to 100 push carts in this area. Over the years, it changed a lot. Some people took storefronts, some people went out of business, and what we have now are 6 or 7 businesses. We have the Bronx Beer Hall, we have a butcher shop, Peter's Meat Market, we have Mike's Deli, we have a pizza place in the back, and we have Mount Carmel Foods, imported foods, we have a bakery, and we have an ice cream stand.
So the Bronx Beer Hall has been inside of the heart of the Arthur Avenue retail market for coming up 7 years now. We opened a beer hall here because beer halls are inherently communal spaces, and what better place than the #2 tourist destination in the borough. As long as I've been here, I've seen her bring a lot of different faces to the borough and a lot of new faces to Arthur Avenue overall. Not only does she have a steady flow of new customers, but you see a lot of repeat customers just based on all of the information that they received from Susan the first time around.
My name is Christopher Borgatti, and I'm a 3rd generation of Borgattis making ravioli and pasta here in Little Italy in the Bronx. And actually, this store was opened November 28, 1935 by my grandfather and grandmother. My grandfather's name was Lindo, my grandmother's name was Maria. And they were teenagers when they left Bologna, Italy. So now, as time went on, being that Grandma had some recipes, because she used to make ravioli at home, the noodles, things like that, they actually opened up a mom and pop business right here in this location, but we were only a half a store at that time. And it was Grandma's recipes, of course, that launched this. Much of the success of the neighborhood, too, is having that family atmosphere. And I think, you know, we all kind of help each other in a way, in that sense. You know, you'll have many of the restaurants, they have the luxury of buying fresh fish, meats, pastas, the bread to serve in their restaurants. And I know many times we all help each other when push comes to shove. And it's important because you need to have a strong community in order to have it continue for the next 100 years.